Today we are going to discuss what is the inner causal state and what does it comprise of. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and smash that like button. In Hindu philosophy, the Antakarana, which is a Sanskrit word, refers to the totality of two levels of mind, namely the buddhi, which is the intelligence, and the manas, which is generalization of the mind. The Antakarana is made up of four parts. The Ahamkara or the ego identifies the Atman with the body as the I. The Buddhi or the intellect controls the decision making. The Manas, which is the actual mind, controls the will or resolution. The Chitta or the memory deals with the remembering and forgetting. What elements are these four parts of the inner cause related to, and how are they divided in the body? The Ahamkara or the ego is the earth element and it goes from the navel to the coccyx. The Buddhi or the intellect is made up of the fire element and goes from the throat to the heart. The Manas or the mind is made up of the air element and goes from the brows through the throat. The Chitta or the memory is made up of the water element and is from the heart to the navel. Isn't there a fifth element too? I remember it because I saw that Bruce Willis movie. For those who might not remember, there was a movie called The Fifth Element starring Bruce Willis and Mila Jovovich, which is about a cab driver who goes in search of a cosmic weapon. Needless to say, there is definitely a fifth element, but no, it's not a human that can defeat evil, but it's an element called Akash or space that encapsulates all the other elements. Akasha or space is the pure mind, or the mind in its pure being, that is, mind divested of all thoughts. It is the ether of the mind corresponding to the expanse of the mind without being crowded by thoughts. When a person wakes up from sleep, the head is raised and there is a light of awareness. The light was already there in the heart, which is later reflected on the brain and appears as consciousness. But this is not particularized until Ahankar steps in. In the undifferentiated state, it is cosmic mind or cosmic consciousness. This state lasts usually for a minute interval and passes off unnoticed. It becomes particularized or differentiated by the intrusion of the ego or the hamkar that says this person is the I. This is always associated with the entity, that is the body. So the body identifies the I, and then you know the story, all else follows. Because all other faculties get only the reflected light, it is said to be the moon. The original light of consciousness is in the heart, which is said to be the sun. The moon shines by the reflected light of the sun. When the sun has set, the moon is useful for revealing objects. When the sun has risen, no one needs the moon, although the pale disk of the moon is visible in the sky. So it is with the mind and the heart. The mind is useful because of its reflected light. It is used for seeing objects. When it is turned inwards, the source of the illumination shines forth by itself and the mind remains dim and useless like the moon in daytime.